Hey, dear Tyler, good morning. How have you been? How was your weekend? I really hope it was nice. I hope you had fun. I hope it was good generally, right? I really do hope you had a nice weekend. As usual, mine is always eventful. Had a whole lot of movements around. I'm hoping to get as much rest this week as possible. But yeah, somehow work for me just always seems to pop up here and there. But it's quite good, and I'm grateful to God for that. God is faithful. Yes, I wanted to say thank you. We've so increased in the amount of listens for Dear Tyler, like consistently. We have more listeners, people, based on the records and everything. I want to thank you guys for sharing the podcast, the posts and everything with everyone. I'm really grateful. I started the Dear Tyler community, and the people have been awesome. Simply awesome, because they have, taken it upon themselves to share with a whole lot of people. So I know that maybe we have one or two new people, or maybe some few people that just started listening to Dear Tyler. And I really owe it all to, the guys in the Dear Tyler community. I'm still working, trying to build it and to structure it in the best way possible. But in full honesty, these guys have been amazing. And so this is me giving a shout out to them. Thank you. And I know some of you may not be part of the Dear Tyler community, but you have helped share the podcast with others. You've helped bring other Tylers to the community. So this is me saying thank you. This is me saying thank you. This is me saying thank you. It can only get better. And so far, I'm particularly glad with the way the episodes have been going. They've been really good, really good episodes. I think it's been touching very specific points in people's lives. And so yes, I'm grateful for that. And I believe today won't be any different. So today's topic is love never fails, right? Love never fails. It's gotten from 1 Corinthians 13, right? Where Paul was talking about, the attributes of love. In one of the podcasts that we did, I think around March, What's Your Favorite Fruit, where we spoke about love as a gift of as a fruit of the Spirit, rather. We really delved into 1 Corinthians 13 and showed how love seems to encapsulate all the other remaining fruit of the Spirit, and how largely it's believed that the fruit of the Spirit is one, in the sense like the fruit of the Spirit is love, and love breaks into other species, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, all of them, self-control, and the like. So, but I think, so there are a lot of things that I've learned in life from various people. One of the things I've learned, one of the people I've learned from the most is Apostle Joshua Selman. And I don't know, maybe for me, because of my personality and being highly observant, and I love being in a contemplative state. So when words are used, I try to hold them I see them in a different light. And I think he had this ministration once, House on the Rock. I was there, and then he now said, he was talking about just some general things, and he said that love never fails. Love never fails. He was like, no matter what is going wrong, no matter the downside of any situation, right? Once you add love to the equation, you would never fail. Once you add love to the equation, you would never fail. And it struck me like the remedy against failure is actually love. Yes, I understand, the place of knowledge and all, but generally the remedy against failure, or the remedy against any form of loss, right, is love. Now, if we look intently, if we look closely, I want to tie it up to maybe something specific or some specific things. There are times where we feel that we are at the losing end of a situation. Especially if you're the kind of person that is kind-hearted. You're the kind of person that you care about people. You want to make people as comfortable as possible. You try your best to reach out. Do you understand? And you're usually people oriented. And then you along the line, you realize that people are taking advantage of your kindness, or people are taking advantage of your, I don't want to use the word you're being passive, but having this calm demeanor, and then they feel like they could just trample on you, take advantage of you, use you as a springboard to where they want to get to. And once you've helped them reach that height, they just leave you, just drop you. Or you've poured out your heart to someone for so long, or you've poured out your heart to maybe a cause for so long. You've poured it out, and then you maybe don't get appreciated, you don't get recognized, you don't have that, they don't give you that sense of value and worth, right? There is a sense, where you could feel cheated, right? You could feel cheated. And I'm not going to say that you are, like we shouldn't care for feedback. No, we're not robots, right? In fact, robots even ask you, like, how did I do? Hope I was able to, help you. Like Google Map, once it takes you to your destination, if it does, it asks that, how was the experience? Did it help? What's the rating and everything? Now, every bad rating, trust me, gets recognized by the people in Google. They have to try and make adjustments, find out why. Did they get their mapping wrong? Was there a new route created that they were unaware of? So even robots love feedback, and even the positive ones, I'm sure, right? Because somebody's working behind the scenes. Now, so I'm not going to say that just do things and don't care how people feel, no, because that's going to be absolutely wrong. There is this deep desire in each and every one of us to be loved. There is this deep desire in each and every one of us to be appreciated and to be valued, right? The issue, right? So like the issue is that we may get to points where this doesn't happen. Right? We may get to a point where this doesn't happen, where we become unaware of sorry, trying to gather the thoughts, where people don't even tend to do these things. They don't say, oh wow, you did well, or something like that. Or some people can just be plain insensitive and just say like, I know this person can help me get it, this person can help me get it. And it hurts. It really, really does hurt. I know exactly how it feels to pour out a lot into something, and then somebody else maybe gets the credit, or you're not acknowledged, like. So there's this crazy stuff that used to happen, and I think people do it a lot, and I think most times they want to do it because its testimonies seem bigger when it's wrapped in mystery, right? So maybe you helped somebody do something, and then the person comes over and testifies and says, I don't know how God did it. If you ask me, I don't know how God did it. And you know that you had the one that God used or something like that. You don't necessarily have to mention the person's name. Do you understand? You could just say that God raised somebody for me. How he raised the person, I don't know. But you can't say that I don't know how God did it. God used somebody. Right? So little instances like that, or they could be major. There was an instance in my life that something similar like this happened. Something similar like this happened to me. So I remember I went home and I was feeling extremely, extremely bad. I felt like I've been let down. This person has cheated me. This person has done this. This person has done that. And God just, spoke to me. Spirit of God told me, said, Binga, if you did it in love, right, you didn't lose. Then he reiterated it, right, and put it in another form. If you do anything in love, you would never lose. You are never the one at a loss. If you did it in love, you are not at a loss. And so when Apostle said it that day, when he said love never fails, it brought me back to those thoughts. You see, love is going to be the remedy for quite a lot of heartbreaks. And so maybe you were you were in a relationship with someone, and that you poured out your heart for the person you loved genuinely. And then, the new slang now is, then they served you breakfast. Yet, and maybe they broke your heart. Now, it's painful. It really, really is painful. I can't tell you how painful. Like, I know I've been served quite a lot. It's painful, right? But if you did it from a genuine heart, you are not the one that lost. If you carried out that task and you did it with a genuine heart, and somehow you're not acknowledged, appreciated, or they made it about themselves, trust me, you're not the one that lost. You're not the one that lost. That maybe you really worked so hard for an individual, invested so much into something, and some other people were lax about it, and somehow it didn't work out. You didn't lose. You're not the one that lost. There are so many things that have been learned from that experience. Beyond, the direct results that you want, maybe you want the success of it, there are internal things that are going on, right? There are things that are changing and that are shifting. Let's say you were part of an argument and there was an argument going on and you didn't react, and somehow there was a lot that was pushed on you, it made you look like a weaker person, you've been able to learn self-control. Now that's a win. It's a major win. Because people who are prone to reactions usually get into trouble more. Now, if you are the person that was in a relationship and you really, really gave your heart to this individual and the person really messed it up, you're not the one that lost. The person lost the treasure in you. You gave your best, you gave your all, and you gave it sincerely. You're not the one that lost. You can't be the one holding a treasure and feeling that you've lost your value because somebody could not recognize you. Nah. Let's say somebody sees a diamond on the ground or somewhere, or had the diamond as a gift, or however it is, and then the person now decides, I don't need it anymore. Do you think the diamond will feel bad? No, because the diamond understands its own value. Somebody else would find you or find that diamond and cherish it and know that this diamond, I can hold the treasure as a gift. I can even sell it and it can even help me. There is value attached to this. Do you understand? So the person broke your heart. The person did something wrong to you. You're not the one that lost. You're the person with the treasure. You were the gift. You were the gift. You see, I don't think all breakups have to have a bad sting to it. It doesn't have to have a sting to it. You could come together because you've had mutual respect and you value each other. You could really, really call it off in a very, very civilized manner. Both of you know that, okay, maybe this thing is not working, and you have respect for each other, and it would be best that everybody goes their separate ways, but it's done in a respectful manner. And so everybody goes back maintaining that value for themselves and then for the other individual, right? But then maybe you did, the common story is maybe guys reaching out to a lady all because of their sexual desires and all, and somehow after the need has been met or something, they just leave them. In as much as I'm not licensing or approving such acts, I'm just saying that probably done from a very genuine side, and then they left. Don't feel like my whole world has crumbled because of this. I gave you my this, and no. Repent, take correction from it, but you didn't lose because you did it from a very genuine heart. You did it out of at that point in time what you perceived as the greatest expression and the greatest tool of love. Now that you've known better, now that you've understood better, you're able to handle it in a better way. It's the guy that lost. Or maybe a guy has poured out so much into a lady and she was just using him maybe for his money, for his position, affluence, or whatever, and then she now ports over to someone else and says, I can't be with someone like you. Baba, don't feel bad. If it was done in love, right? But the person that lost was the lady. Oh, you're part of an organization and you really gave in a lot of input and someone else takes the credit, or they push you under the carpet, throw you under the bus or something. In as much as it could be painful, you didn't lose. You didn't lose. You didn't lose. You see, when let's say you're a creative, right? I'll just give an instance. There was a time I wrote music for someone, and I wrote close to like 10 songs for the person. The person released the album, and I basically wrote the songs, and the person now to put written by Binga and Written by Binga. And all I asked was that I'm not really looking for much, but please just acknowledge that I'm the writer of these songs, so that when people listen to it, they can reach out to me. It's my business and all, right? So when I saw it, they appreciated me and everything. I just kept quiet because a lot of people, reached out, got the songs and all. It was quite a very big launch for that kind of level. And then I wanted to feel, but this was not part of the agreement. But I just let it slide. All I just knew is that was my gift. Now that you've let people know that you're right, that you wrote it together with me, they don't know me, but they know you. They'll make demand from you. They will make demands from you. So you see, at the end of the day, I didn't actually lose, because the gift is mine. It's the other person now that has to start rising up to the occasion, that as a songwriter and all. I don't know if you understand my concept. You're a baker, you're the person that did the main thing in the baking, and then somebody else takes the credit and says, I'm the baker. Just keep quiet. You didn't lose in it, because it's your gift, it's your craft, it's your art. You came up with a concept, you came up with a design, and something. Don't bother. That's your craft. The person can glory on it for the meantime, but people always want something fresh, something new. And when people burn bridges like that, it's very, very hard to always come back and reconcile. So Tyler, no matter what you're going through, right? As long as love is added into the equation, you would never lose. Love, right, really never fails. If you're struggling with something, with an individual, and you want to go over the pain of disappointment or broken expectation, try adding that ingredient called love. Try adding that ingredient called love. The person can despise you, the person can neglect your efforts, but you will never lose. Trust me, you never lose. You are never at loss, right, for loving people. You are never at loss for being committed. You are never at loss for being diligent. You are never, ever at loss. Those that take advantage, those that break their promises, they're the ones that are at loss. Always remember that. So, what is it that you may be facing, right? Rounding up. What is it that you may be going through? What is it that you're finding difficult? Are you having a difficult spouse? Add love. A difficult child? Add love. A difficult business partner? Add love. Right? A difficult working environment? Add love. Love the people. Love those individuals. And say that the foundation for every action, the foundation for my every action now is going to be rooted in love. Because love never fails. Love never, ever fails. You can never go wrong with love. So, yeah, I really hope this blessed you, and I hope it sets you up for a very, very eventful week. It fortifies you, it helps you to stay strong, right? So if you want to be part of the Dear Tyler community and help share these podcasts and all, you could reach out to us on Instagram at deartyler.com. Sorry, can you imagine? At dear_Tyler. Yeah, I'm talking about the web page. But yeah, you could check all of the episodes at deartyler.com. You could just see the list of episodes and all. Hopefully by next year we'd have a fully functional website. But anyway, so you can check it out, right? And like I said, if you want to be part of the community, either message Instagram at dear_Tyler, or you go to Facebook and check for Dear Tyler page, right? Just search for Dear Tyler, takes you to the page, send a message, and I'll send you the link. If you're part of my contacts already, you could just message me on WhatsApp, and then I'll send you the link to the group and everything, right? So yes, please share these with other people and let them know about Dear Tyler, right? So thank you so much. So this is me signing out. Remember that I love you, I believe in you, and I'm always rooting for you. Bye.